everything plugged in? Man, I haven't flushed a toilet or washed my hands in 3 years for nothing.
Different reputation from that.
Better than being butt cheek walker. Steve and Jason met while co-hosting one of the first podcasts ever, hundreds of miles away from each other, but bonded through the magic of the internet. Since the end of that podcast in 2023, the geeky guys decided to keep on hanging out and keep podcasting, because still after all these years, Steve and Jason are having a real fun time. Now, I know we just had Jason do a recount of his vacation episode, and I don't want us to be that podcast, but I also went on vacation, and I want to talk about it. So, quick fire. Here are a few things that happened while I took my daughter to Universal Studios, along with some of her cousins, and my sisters, and my brothers-in-law, and my mom. All right, so, first one, real quick story. I was going through security and picking up my stuff out a little bit, and I hear some dude across the street go, "Hey, nice shirt." And I was wearing my Sandlot shirt. I always get comments on my Sandlot shirt. It's a great shirt. It's got the kid from the Sandlot saying, "You're killing me, Smalls." It's instant conversation starter with any millennial or Gen Xer out there, and it's just a good time. Wear it to baseball games, wear it to amusement parks, wear it to wrestling matches. Anytime people are having a good time, I'm wearing that shirt. And so I look up to thank this guy, and he is also wearing the exact same shirt. And we instantly bonded, and we went back and forth for a few minutes, and it was great. Just one of those quick 5-second interactions with another human being to let you know that you are not alone in the world, that we really are one big family of man, and it is going to be okay if we let it. And I returned to my family, and my daughter was like, "That guy looked just like you." And I'm like, "What?" I look back. Yes, he was wearing the exact same shirt. He was probably 6'3", easily 350 to 400 pounds. Totally gray beard. Not just a little distinguished gray like yours truly. Totally gray. He was, however, wearing the exact same pants that I had worn the day before. So
by which she meant you're wearing the same clothes, not I've never seen my father and I don't know what he looks like.
It's like, I know I'm, compared to you, very tall and very fat, but people like him are the examples I use with your mother when she gets mad at me for not exercising enough.
He's the fat ass I make fun of. I can't be that guy. If I'm that guy, I just can't get out of bed in the morning. Literally.
I'm surprised he could.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because he's so fat. You get it?
So that happened. All right. Next quick story. We had spent one of the days at Volcano Bay, which is the water park there. Water park's great time. Did a lot of slides. Hanged a lot of 10. Waved a lot of pools. All that stuff. So at the end of a long day of all these wonderful activities, we were making our way back to the shuttles that were going to take us home. And so we did the final bathroom trip before we headed out. And my nephew comes out of the bathroom. He's like, "Florida's weird." And we're all like, "Oh, how so?" "There was some guy in there changing out in front of everyone. No towel or anything." And we're like, "Oh, yeah, that'll happen." And so we wait for a few more people to use the bathroom. And I'm like, "You know what? I should go. I'll go in. I should also, do the tactical wee." So I go in there, use the bathroom. I'm like, this is a very small bathroom just to be changing. I agree with my nephew. You should not be changing in here without a towel. There's not like a locker room section. It was just, waiting for the stalls and the stalls. That was it. And I come out, and my other nephew's like, "Was the naked guy in there?" And I'm like, "No, thanks to Mike's excellent scouting report, I was able to avoid him." And my nephew Mike is like, "Yeah, because that guy's right there." And he totally called the guy out in front of everyone. Like, you, sir, I've seen your scrotum. Did not appreciate.
Ah, children.
I know you've got to have a hot take on people changing in the locker room.
I don't go into locker rooms, so I avoid old men changing in locker rooms. That's my hot take. I haven't been in a locker room in... That's not true, because I technically walked through the kids' locker room like at my daughter's orientation days or whatever. But I've not been in there to get changed in quite some time.
I know you don't go to the gym to exercise or to take care of your body, but you don't go to the pool to swim or take your kids to have a fun day at a water park?
We go to our community pool all the time, but there's no... there's lockers in there, I guess, technically, but It's a bathroom too, so it's not the same thing. And no, we don't do water parks because there's none really close to here.
I feel like if you're not dodging naked old men, you're not living right.
Okay, that's a bold take. I'm gonna stay on the other side of that one. I disagree.
Okay, I think this is the kind of dialogue that our society today needs to see, that we can disagree on a big issue like this, but still remain civil.
Sure. This is the hot button issue that the voters clearly want to hear from everybody on all sides.
We're just starting small. We need to go back to basics. You can disagree about things and still be friends. You don't have to, like, oh, I disagree with this person, therefore they are my enemy, and I think of them as less than I.
Okay? I can still be friends with you, even though you want to chase old naked men around.
No, I want to dodge old naked men. Huge difference between chasing and dodging.
It's true. You can dodge an old man, you can dodge a ball or something.
When you dodge an old man, you dodge 2 balls.
That's true.
Listeners, okay, we're going to play a new game with Jason to teach him how to live. Send him things. Send him, funny tweets, memes, stuff like that. And every once in a while, naked old man. And he's got to learn how to handle these situations. It'll be fun for everyone.
I get to figure out how to handle porn being sent to me?
It's not porn.
Wrong. It's a naked old man.
Yeah, it's an old guy at the gym. It's like the nudity in Brave. If it's not nudity you want, it's not porn.
Have you forgotten my time touring a gym with my wife and my sister, or my sister-in-law, and how that ended?
Obviously. What happened?
You forgot about me having to navigate the forest of cock? It's been too many years.
Apparently it has. You just said you don't go into gyms, and I didn't correct you, so...
I mean, this is like almost, I think it's 2 decades ago. It's a long time ago. But I was touring a gym with them because we were deciding, we might want to get a gym membership together. And we got to the portion where we would go through the locker rooms. So the woman that was guiding us through said, all right, I'm going to take them through here. You just go through there, and we're going to meet you on the other side because it just comes around and meets at the pool on the other side. And so I walk in there, and just 5 naked old dudes just completely just letting it hang out. And I'm like, okay, hi, I don't know where I'm going. Should I ask you for directions? Nope, I'm not asking you. You're busy. I got so turned around. A, because I was flustered. B, because I'm terrible with directions. C, because tons of dick all around me. So just I finally found my way through, and I'm like waiting there, and they emerge because they were with the guide, so they were asking questions and hearing all about this stuff, and I'm just standing there like just staring off into the middle distance. I was so pissed
I've heard
off.
of cardinal directions, but never penile directions. Oh, because they pointed where to go with their wieners.
No, they didn't, because they were all pointing straight down. I'll at least say that nobody was jacking it while I was in there.
Then there's no problem. See, if it's non-sexual, it's not porn, and you just walk on by. Keep moving.
That was my first instance, I guess, since high school or whatever, and I was not okay with that. So we did not pick that gym.
I could delve deeper into all this stuff, but did you actually have nudity in your gym? I never once saw a naked person in high school.
In high school? Oh yeah, no, totally.
Really? You guys showered in high school?
Oh yeah, and I actually got made fun of because I didn't learn how to do it, and I guess I never tried to do it myself. So like wrapping a towel around yourself and like tucking it in so it would stay on for a short period of time, so you can keep it on. I instead decided to.
Oh, please tell me you wrapped it up under your armpits to cover your nipples. Please. Please.
No, I wouldn't have done that. That would have been. No, so I drape it kind of gently over my lap, and then I kind of like try to not exactly spider walk, but kind of shimmy over. So I'm keeping my legs as flat as I can, so it's like a table to hold up the towel, and I'm walking like that. And immediately, one of the guys, spots me. He's like, "Look how he's walking! Look at that! Look at what the hell are you doing, man? What's that?" I'm just like, "What do you mean?" I'm just Like you guys, go in the shower. I don't remember what I said.
We're going to call you Butt Cheek Walk Sigler from now on.
I don't remember. I don't think anything came of that, but I from that moment on, hated the showering experience. And I would either wait until they were all done so I could do it by myself, and then the coach would come in and yell, like, who else is in here? You again, Sigler? Come on, hurry up, you're the last one.
Come on, Butt Cheek Walker, let's get going.
Oh, he was definitely the coach that would, jump in and pile on rather than. Yeah, so that's what I remember from my time in showering days. I remember when we found out, and that was actually in middle school now I'm thinking about it.
So we never had, we had showers, and they were the big communal tree of life showers, but all through junior high, never once saw anyone shower. All through high school, I made it to, I think it was probably my senior year after I was done with PE. Like, I would just, deodorant and Axe body spray. If God wanted me to get naked at school, he wouldn't have invented Axe body spray. That's my take on that. So, I think it was my junior or senior year, we had a pep rally. And so I've talked before about how we had a very intense rivalry with our rival school. And they were, at the time, and until far too recently, the Indians. We were the Rams, which is an okay thing to be. I'm sure someone thinks it's not okay to be have an animal mascot. We can only be colors and emotions. But I stand by animals. I think that's okay.
As long as you stand by animals, it's not behind animals.
So we had, our mascot was called Ram Man, and he wore a big ram head, and he did flips and stuff. And for the big pep rally, because this was the first time we had a ram woman. So the big skit was there's always some kind of person dressed up as an Indian, and then Ram Man kicks the crap out of them. And for being a racist stereotype, not for being a rival school, because we were very progressive. We were the good guys. Always remember that. But this one, they did a whole Frankenstein thing. She came to life, and they had all these, 8 of the biggest football team players bearing Ram Woman on a palanquin to do a dive or something. I can't remember all the details, but there were some really greasy football players, all oiled up. And they had to shower to get that off. And while I somehow had to walk through the locker room, and I'm like, those showers work? I didn't even know those were plugged into anything. They could have never plumbed them in, and it would not have been a problem until we finally had the audacity to make a woman a mascot, and therefore had to have sexy men carry her around.
That's like in wrestling where they get all the sexy men or sexy women to be up and coming wrestlers. And so then 15 years later you find out, oh man, that was Charlotte? No way. I didn't know she was carrying Triple H to the ring that one time. So, in your case, it was just finding out, whoa, what? That water can get us clean? Mind blown.
There's water here? Is everything plugged in? Man, I haven't flushed a toilet or washed my hands in 3 years for nothing.
Oh, my. You get a different reputation from that.
Better than being Butt Cheek Walker.
I don't know. That name wouldn't make sense because you're not getting how I walked. Here,
I don't want to see it. Put your pants back on. Don't get no towels, Jason. Yeah. Oh no, I totally misunderstood your story. Okay, I thought you were sitting on the thing trying to work your pants up. You were duck walking from the shower with a washcloth over your unit.
No. From the locker to the shower. Because I would wear a towel as long as I could and flash it off quickly and get clean, just splash water on myself. And okay, and there, now I'm clean. Towel back on. Haha. Now you can't see my penis.
Towel not on, towel over. Very important difference.
So yeah, that was the walk. I'm glad I demonstrated that for you. Also, as I was doing that walk, oh my God, a huge cramp in my hip ass area. So can't do that anymore.
I'm going to have to animate this one, aren't I? I don't think our words have described it. The people need the picture of Jason.
I was worried.
So now, okay, you're wearing a butt cheek walker. I thought you were kind of rocking on your butt cheeks to get your underwear on. So then how would you get dressed? Because if I have to shower in public, I have the towel wrapped around you it's not a flimsy way. You tuck that thing in there, you're ready for battle. That's how, like, pancreation used to happen in the Olympics.
So I don't remember. I probably put on my shirt while, again, towel draped across my lap. And I probably put on as much clothes as I could before, like, finally, again, like, whipping it off and quickly getting my underwear on. Like, haha, penis is concealed.
You're a mystery wrapped in an enigma wrapped in a mental deficiency, because you were trying very hard not to look at anybody else's penis, right? But you were so convinced they were desperate to see yours.
Well, I mean, if it's out, I assume somebody's looking at it. No. Even if I'm like alone in my bedroom, door locked, blinds shut, if I'm naked, somebody can see my penis.
I mean, technically light is reflecting off of it, therefore it is possible. But having never seen it, don't think it beeps or glows or flashes or anything that would indicate that you're a quest giver. So nothing's happening that's drawing the eye.
The fact that when I turn around, it smacks you in the face. Because my penis is so huge. That's the joke.
Well, in that case, why don't you just do the common decency thing and wrap it around and tuck that underneath?
Well, now I do. When I was in high school, it wasn't that big. Now that I have this massive member, I have to, maintain it carefully. There's children around. How'd your son break his arm? Well, I turned around too quickly. What does that mean? Well, let me show you. Zip, flop, swing, crash.
Yeah, but I mean, if it's flaccid, it's got to be like bullwhip length before you're really going to get enough speed behind it to crack a bone. And I'm calling phi on that, even in this hypothetical situation. Because you could.
Go ahead. Vocalize your thoughts. Let's all enjoy this together. Out with it. Come on. I don't know how much he edits out of this, but he's been laughing for at least a minute now.
Now, what I need to animate is you just whipping around your wiener for a good 20 seconds, and then me just whipping out a gun and shooting you and walking away.
It's not Indiana Jones. I don't treat it exactly like a whip.
This may have to be a two-parter, because I still have two stories.
Onward to more vacation. Penis.
Yes, okay. I'll give you a minute to recoil that thing. Put the towel back over it.
Thank you for joining us for this episode of Steve and Jason Are Having a Real Fun Time. We hope you had a real fun time too. Please like us on whatever platform you found us on, and, well, just like us in general.